The drivers, characters, and events in TOECAR are fictional. Nobody was harmed in the filming of this production. Now sit back and enjoy the race.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some TOECAR Splint Cup Series action. This week, we're at Homestead, a brand new track for the Splint Cup Series and TOECAR in general. So we're going to be watching closely to see how the racing goes. It's usually a good track in real life. So this isn't the truck series, so it's not just a bunch of, borderline morons going around the track and wrecking each other every lap. Which, you'll have that. But with me today in the booth, we have Mike, we have Tristan, we have Anthony, and down on pit road, it's Kyle. Kyle, I'm going to go to you first because I don't think you've ever been on pit road. What are you thinking down there?
I'm thinking I have a lot to learn, Matt. I've been going up and down this pit road trying to ask every single crew what their strategy was just to see what people were planning to do all day. There are different strategies for sure. Some people plan on pitting, some people might try to stay out the entire race. And interestingly enough, that 31 team, I asked them what they were going to do, and the crew told me they put, and I quote, mercury in Ron's water bottle. Not sure how that's going to change his driving today, but he's going to be either one step ahead or one step behind, Matt.
Hell yeah, Kyle. We love to hear the enthusiasm. But we'll bring it back up to the booth now to hear from the other lads here sitting beside me virtually. Mike, what do you think?
I'm so excited for tonight. It might be a brand new track for TOECAR, but this track and just how they've been driving in practice and some test sessions we had last week, I think this is going to be a classic TOECAR track that's going to stick for seasons to come. Expect nothing less than 6-7 wide racing. Well, maybe a little bit less than that. It's a mile-and-a-half track, but you know what? You're going to think we're at Auto Club, and not bad Auto Club. Good old Auto Club.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun race, I think. I'm excited, a new track, a new, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. The new scenery, new looks.
Palm trees.
Both in the booth and on the track. Kind of weird that Kyle's on pit road. I'm not going to get used to that. But regardless, it's going to be a fun one today, guys.
Couldn't agree more, Tristan. Kyle, thanks for taking over today on pit road. I really appreciate it so I can get some hot air up here in the booth. I'm really excited to see people rip taw tonight. That's just kind of something we don't see in every series is them ripping taw and carrying that mow and getting that shit done. I'm not gonna lie, it's got me giddy in like a really good and legal way. So yeah.
Wow, Anthony, sounds like you're not joshing.
No.
Oh, a bad omen for Brad Omen. Anyway.
Oh no.
Well, we see a bunch of marks along the wall. Not sure who's been scraping it, but they're pushing it to the limit because they're in it to win it. Oh yeah. So we do have some storylines to follow. There are some fresh faces on the track here. The 57 car, after last week's accident, not life-threatening injuries, but some injuries are leading to yet another Asiago hitting the track, and hopefully nothing else today. It's Gudaguchi Asiago. Mike, who the hell is this?
This is the fourth sibling to the Asiago family. Little sister. She lived all the way back in Italy. She never even migrated over to North America. But you know what? When she heard what happened to poor Bellagio, and then she saw what happened to Limburger on TV, she's like, you know what? I have to help out the family. I have to help carry the torch. There has to be at least 2 Asiagos in a cup car. It's just legal. That's just how the law is. But I'm really excited to see what she has behind the wheel here because driving runs in the family except for Asiago. But we'll see how he does tonight also with his sister in the car in the field also. I think it's going to be an exciting race for them too.
Wait, they're Italian?
Staying cheesy here in Homestead. Kyle's already ringing the buzzer down there on pit road.
Oh!
Kyle, what do you need? Oh.
Well, it seems we got some trouble on the track there between the 90 and I think that was Ollie. It is. Last season's championship contenders. But anyways, guys, when that 4-car of Brad Ullman rolled into the pits with the motor blown, every man on every crew stepped over the wall. Give a huge round of applause to that 4 team. They're so happy to see the 4-car already behind the 8 ball. Back to you guys.
All right. Yeah, I mean, who can't be excited about a Brad Omen fumble and or just any complications in his day? We love to see those. But you know what else we love to see is X amount of laps of TOECAR Splint Cup Series action at a brand new racetrack. And to get that started, we first have to, look at the starting grid and stuff. So let's, guys, let's go do that.
What about the
What about injury report?
Guys, let's go to the injury report.
Well, the injury report is pretty funny, but, you know, I'm sure it's also a relief for some people, especially Limburger fans, because he is alive, and we will get to him in a minute. He started off early on lap 2. Fearless Fred Bush got squished in the wall by his brother. Wasn't the hardest hit ever, but those hits are building up for Fred, man. I don't know how many of those you can take. When Dr. Basil looked at him, he's like, man, did you lose some weight? You're skinnier. And he said, no, I weigh the same. And he's like, well, damn. I haven't seen a case of this in years. This is lateral squish. Someone that could probably use that injury to fit in the seat better, Chunk Charles Wagon. He come plowing into that big crash off of turn 4 on lap 12, and I don't know what he was doing, but he just blew right through the 10 carb cheesy. He hit him so hard that it gave Chunk a good old cup check. And when they tell him to pull those belts tight one more time, he took it seriously, and oof. And then just a tough night for Cam Arrow. During the horrifying one off of turn 4 on lap 29, he got hit in the rear end really hard by, I think it was the 84 car. Spun him around super fast and got a case of rotated brain syndrome. I haven't seen that in quite a while, but it makes its return. And then just 7 laps later, ends up turning over on the back straightaway, you know. Now the brain's backwards and upside down. Very disorienting. He's had a week to get it straightened out, physically and mentally, so hopefully he's got it done. And something really concerning, Tyrese Halifax got turned into the outside wall so hard it actually ripped his seatbelts. Then you heard the report that they were going to have to make him run the rest of the race without his seatbelts, and luckily he was able to miss that last crash later on in the race on lap 58. Not the first time Tyrese has risked it all for glory, you know. Back in Kansas in Season 1, he was in the car at the start of the race, and he was not ready to be back in the car. That just shows how determined this man is. But when the seatbelts tore, it yanked him back so hard that he got a case of massive Chris from all that energy going right into the chest. But after everything he's been through in the past, that's small potatoes. And that wreck that he narrowly avoided, Chris Call started tumbling in turn 3, and, you know, that's not good for your guts. It really starts upsetting some things in there. He was just hurtling into a bucket after the race, and Dr. Basil looked around the corner, he was like, ugh, tumble guts. And just turned around and walked out, didn't do anything about it. I think they call that tough love, so, you know, I trust him. And then a couple guys that won't be racing with us here tonight at Homestead. The source of Chunk's pain, Cheesy. Now, guys, I don't know if you've ever been hit by a tank. It hurts. Chunk ended up hitting him right in the driver's side, right in the seat. Sent the car flying down the racetrack. Cheesy was extracted, put on the back of a U-Haul, and he was sent out to Halifax, but, ended up getting broken down in Nebraska, as you saw on our Twitter post. Took a few days to get AAA out there, but they took care of it. He finally got to Halifax and got diagnosed with Swiss spine. There's just holes all in it. The other doctors there, they said, how the hell did this happen? And then Dr. Basil showed him this picture, and they said, say no more. And then what turns out to be some good news. Limburger Asiago in the 57 car, he was able to survive that massive crash in turn 4 there. Unlike his brother, he wasn't hit at Mach 12 by an oncoming car. He did go into the barbed wire catch fence, and he did get some severe shredding, according to the paperwork. But they said he has no internal injuries, so right now he just has to wait for his shreds to start to heal up a little bit, start to form back into a solid block of cheese, if you know what I mean. So both of those guys are going to be out the next 2 races starting tonight. But on the bright side, it opens up some opportunities for some new drivers, which we'll talk about in the starting grid here in a minute. So let's hope for a safer race tonight, you know, because that was 2 catch fence crashes in a row just for this series alone, not including the truck series, so maybe Ryan Newman was onto something.
Okay, so what's you... Oh, sorry.
Oh!
Oh, thank
God.
goodness.
That's not
Yep.
canon. It didn't happen.
Oh, God.
Ah, they're fine.
Oh, God.
No,
Oh,
it
God, thank
happened.
goodness.
Oh,
Thank goodness
God.
we didn't see that.
I don't know. We don't know.
Oh!
Oh, my God.
Last
God.
minute substitution.
Tyrese
okay.
Halifax.
Oh!
Well, guys, while we were looking at the injury report, we had something that might lead to an injury happening on the racetrack. You saw part of it there for our live reaction, but, you know, just some cars getting together, and it ends up in David Gutterball coming back down the track into Tyrese Halifax, who then gets plowed into by Preston the Wall. Starts flipping over.
Holy.
He's upside down. We got Muscular Zaxterfy swerving all around to avoid him. And 48 car just kind of comes in here, gives a little bubbles.
What's Brody doing?
You know, I don't think Brody knew what Brody was doing, but
Oh,
you know,
man.
the Tyrese is already out of the car, and they're already checking on him. It seems like he's going to be all right. We might need a little update to the injury report, though, Mike. Well, with all of our injuries with updates out of the way, it's time to send it down to Jason Payson and the field as we go through our Austin Dillon toilet paper starting grid. Starting on the pole for the first time in it feels like forever, maybe even ever, I'm not sure. I don't keep track. It's Pris Call in the number 3, and on his outside, it's Massive Chris, looking to have a nice turnaround to kind of a tumultuous season to start, but these are your guys on the front row, so they probably won't finish anywhere close to the front. Starting behind them, we have Ali Alakainen in that number 84 Nokia machine, and on his outside, Cam Arrow in the number 30. Next up, it's Giuseppe Gabaguli in the 77 car, And on his outside, attempted murderer Brody Easymac in the 48. And it's an ally party at the front of the field, as in the next row, we have the 10 car of Leland Funnyman, fresh face, taking over for Cheesy, who, you know, besides his win last season, what does he even do? So we'll see if it's just the car or if it's just Cheesy. We'll keep an eye on Leland Funnyman today. On his outside, it's the 02 of Scubs. In the next row, rounding out the top 10, we have the 17 of Willie Studs. Classic name, love to see it. And last week's winner, Zach Outback, on his outside, trying to continue his terrorism over winning races in the TOECAR Splint Cup Series.
In the next row, we have Mario Zandretti, another racetrack that should suit his driving style. Hopefully he can have some success today. And then Jake Joe. Yeah, he's the other Joe brother. In the top 55 car this week, got Daniel Suez having one more start here in TOECAR. Hopefully he can make something happen down here in Miami. Then Joplin Moore. There's not a lot of tornadoes down here. I bet he feels safe, except for in hurricanes, because there were a lot during that. Then we got Dale Bernhardt in the 88. He's still burning up 2 seasons in. That sucks. And then Joe Swanson, you know, after AI is starting to take over with the other series, you better hold on to the steering wheel because it might take over. And we have Wee Trimma still feeling the effects from Daytona, but you know what? He's trying to come back and get a win to keep himself in the Cup Series. Same with York, the 16, new number, but he's still driving like he always has. And then we have Chunk looking a little bit better in his picture this week. I didn't have to wake him up at 6 a.m. this time. And then Muscular's Extra in that one car to his outside.
Kicking things off in the latter half of the field, we have, starting in 21st, we have Daytona winner in the 47 car, Shaquille Oatmeal. And to his outside, the most hated man in Splint Cup Series, Brad Oman. Starting 23rd, it's going to be the 07 of the most concussed woman in the field. That is Jackie said. And then Asiago gets the call yet again for the 70 car, filling in for his deceased brother once again. Rest in peace, Bellagio. Starting 25th, it's going to be the 31 of Ron Roundback. And then to his outside, it's going to be the 11 car of Preston Duwall. Starting 27th, it's going to be Wyatt Wilkinson, who's, yeah, he's there. And then Let Me Get In Ya in the 96 car. He's also there. Cease and Desist is going to be in the 51 car, starting P29. And then rounding out the top 30, it's going to be the 21 of Kurt and Kyle Busch.
Starting Perk 31st, we got Raymond Hans out there, and on his outside is Daddy Tatuma. 33rd, it's going to be Steel Park, and last year's Trash Series champion, Kobe Keith, starting way back in the field. Next row, it's the Need for Speed, the 59 car of Colonel Caleb Rose. Let's see if he'll actually stop for any of the accidents this week. And filling in the 57, making their first start, mentioned earlier, it's Guda Gucci Asiago. Now their father, Parmesan Romano Asiago, is actually here today. He said, I will not have another one of my children die without me at least being here to properly collect the life insurance this time. So, a family affair today here at Homestead. Starting 37th behind them, that beautiful paint scheme with fearless Fred Bush carrying our boy Pierre forever. And it's Mr. Migraine himself in 38th, Tyrese Halifax, even though I guess it's a headache, migraine, whatever, grow up. Starting 39th is James Icup, and then in 40th it's Andrew.
And that brings us to our final row today. Neil Anderthal in that 81 had a pretty quiet year so far, starting in the back today. And alongside him, David Gutterball, the person who ran second last week. He told me this week he's going to try even less. Maybe that's the strategy that'll help him win. So he didn't try at all in qualifying. Going to have to pass 41 people to get to the front.
Save a horse, go bowling. Well, with our field laid out, you know where everyone's starting. It's time to find out where they're going to finish. But first, we have to send it down to Jason Payson with the command.
Drivers? Start your freaking engines.
What the fuck was that?
The fuck was that?
Thank you,
I
Jason.
don't know. It was weird.
Jason's
that?
Jason's nerd brother goes here.
I could
Yeah,
hear
guys.
the tape being pressed on the center of the glasses being pushed up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about there. Big nerd hours here at Homestead so far.
Now, guys,
Whoa.
as we're rolling off here to get things started here in round 3, the big question on everyone's mind is, will there be another Asiago heading to Halifax tonight? What do you guys think?
I sure as hell hope not, but it's 2 weeks in a row, so 3 for 3 wouldn't surprise me here in TOECAR.
They kind of refuse to bring the odds down. Like every time something happens to one of them, they just bring another in. So if there was less in the field, you know, there'd be less of a chance. But they just keep it even. So I don't know. They're tempting fate.
Yeah, and we do know that part of this catch fence does have the barbed wiring on it, so it would be crazy if an Asiago hit that 3 weeks in a row. I'm not counting on it, but I'm also not counting it out.
Well,
Field,
here
come.
we go.
Whoa. Yeah, we're up. Yeah. Jason brings it down pit road, heading towards Kyle. Hopefully he doesn't hit him. Well, hopefully, you know. Coming towards the start-finish line. Priscall going to lead him down. And they're green flag racing at Homestead. Kyle?
Boggity. Oh.
Yes, Matt?
Do you have something to say?
I do, guys. Turns out before the race, as you guys all saw, that 24 car had a hellacious hit right to the roof of the car. So before the race, Dr. Steve Basil, the Surgeon General himself, prescribed him, and I quote, the mega Tylenol. That thing is the size of his head. It actually has to get surgically implanted into your stomach. That 24 is medicated. He's not going to be thinking straight out there.
They are wasting no time up here. Look at this beautiful racing.
They are storming off turn 4 down the front stretch, heading on into turn 1. Not a lot of time to think. It's kind of like really big Bristol.
So, somebody's trying to rip
Willie
Todd. I
Studs is-
don't think they're doing it correctly.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Willie.
thinking about DeWall. Maybe he's
Yeah.
thinking about Preston.
Gotta get off the top.
I don't
yeah,
think
he's
about
ripping
it.
too much TA. There is a limit of the TA.
Oh,
he found it.
People think
Resky
it's
Zach, Brad Omen. Oh my goodness, they're not faster by doing that, honestly.
Oh,
Not a
what?
good strategy, personally.
Field scattering. Guys gaining positions, guys losing positions. These are the positions that matter right now. You got to get ahead of the calamity. And it doesn't look like anybody's managing to do that, as it's just 4 wide all throughout the field.
Here comes Scubs making it 4-3. Wow, what
Hell
a
yeah!
move.
Look how much space he has, because they're all fiending for the top. It just leaves him all that space down there, and he can make up ground.
Like the 70 car scraping the wall back there. He's still getting used to the Cup car.
Yeah, I mean, Asiago, it was never the best of the Asiagos in the first place, so it's gonna take him a little bit. We'll see if Gouda can do anything better than he can.
Yeah, she's a little bit slow back there. She's getting her baby steps in, but she's working her way up there.
Hey
Oh,
guys,
God.
Find your
up front-
bearings.
Almost in the wall.
Levitate,
up front,
levitate,
I
levitate.
want to mention that Ali Alakainen on his revenge tour is actually,
Oh,
I think he's second now. Yeah, there he is.
guys, we're in the wall. Get into
Cares?
Suez.
Get us out of there.
No.
Pushing a little too hard through 1 and 2 there. Gets himself in the wall. But that's not a death sentence. As you see, Willie Studs is still on the far right of your screen. After hitting the wall early in the race, he didn't fall back too far. But he's
Take a
kinda
look
in
at
a bad
this.
spot.
It looked like for a second, Massive Chris was about to go for the lead. I don't know if he can get a big enough run. He's got to probably dive it farther down there, or maybe I'm just a fucking idiot. He's probably gonna get the lead here.
Guys, I want to mention, look who's lurking there on the bottom lane.
Oh, I
Zach
saw him.
Outback.
He's got
No, I'm
Scubs
saying
with him.
Zach Outback. Yeah,
Oh.
Scubs is there too, but
Guys, look at this. Leland Funnyman is probably going to cross the line in the top 5, maybe. Probably 6th, maybe. I don't know, 7th. He's up there. You get the
Love to
point.
see that.
Yeah. So
Some
maybe.
good racing.
Made a good pick. Oh, Joe Swanson.
Swanson in the wall. Oh, we got contact back there.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Asiago,
Oh, my God.
Asiago.
There's no way. There's
Upside
no
down.
fucking way.
Cars
you cannot
scattering
be
everywhere.
serious.
Oh my God, he's
Guys.
driving.
We are so serious.
Oh my.
Dude,
It's
oh
a
my
bad season to be an Asiago.
We got a fucking caution.
Well, guys, we got to see how this time an Asiago gets up in the air. It looks like Steel Park just turns him in the middle of the corner down into Preston DeWall, and then he gets pressed into wall.
Goodness.
Just
by
like
the
come
Tilburg.
on.
Oh, yeah, it does a nice little rotation in the air. It looked like it stayed clear. Like, oh my God. Brad Omen, someone needs to take care of this guy.
My God, dude.
You know,
That was egregious. I
You
don't think a
know-
Band-Aid's going to fix that one.
I know our attention was on Asiago, but Steel Park, he's
I mean,
got to be a little worse for wear too.
he's driving away. It can't be that bad, so that's a good sign. Holy shit, everyone's driving away from this. Very, very lucky. Jeez Louise.
Steel Park, one tough customer.
I mean, they call him Steel Park. They don't call him Aluminum Foil Park.
Let's take another look here. Full speed. And
Oh,
golly,
man.
dude. It's just, oh my goodness.
The way it cuts, we gotta take a look at Steel Park, a closer look, because the way that cuts, it looks hellacious.
Take another look here back with Steel Park. Oh god, he's gonna barely avoid the 70, just ripping down the catch fence. Gets low to avoid it. You see this? Oh my god, and he runs into the 7, and then there comes Brad Oman, just not giving a shit. As usual.
Yeah. Yeah, that is no surprise, but definitely caught Steel Park by surprise on all angles. The 7 just kind of kicked him left. I think it would have been fine if that didn't happen, but, you know, there's already a crash happening, and Brad Homan just couldn't be bothered.
Where's he going?
What's he doing now? What is that?
I mean, he's trying to get to pit road. He just isn't doing it correctly. On board with Steel Park here, and you can see the wreck just developing in front of him. God, that's a wild scene. I don't see that every day.
Oh!
Uppies side down. That was two uppies side down in one.
What an impact. I mean, you gotta be one tough sumbitch to walk away from that, let alone drive to the car back to pit road.
Brad Oman's loopy after that.
I mean, listen, that's a 1X, so whatever, he's fine.
Tuna. Well, let's ride on board with poor Asiago. Week 2 of hell for this young man. Oh!
Wee.
Man. Bet Daddy didn't know what to expect.
If you think about it, Steel Park caused that crash. So, while Brad Oman, you know, we can't give him any props for any reason, but at least he hit the correct car if he was going to hit one of them.
Guys, developing story here on pit road. Asiago mostly okay from the crash. However, unfortunately, for the 3rd week in a row, he did find a part of the fence that is in fact made with the barbed wire. Not only did the crash cut off his mustache, it also cut off his tongue, which means he's going to have to do sign language out of the window the rest of the season and the rest of his career, most likely, to communicate with the team. He is, in fact, getting out of that car the rest of the day. We're going to have Buster Guts in this 70 car the rest of the race, guys.
That's even
It's
more.
always Buster.
It's going to be more unfortunate considering Bellagio can't read sign language in the urn. So.
And just sew it back on. Who cares?
Yeah, they'll figure it out. We had Dale Bernhardt and Shaquille Oatmeal leading the field back to green, which obviously Shaquille getting a way better restart. He's got Yora right behind him in that Hyundai. Haven't seen much good from the Hyundai so far, so we'll see how it goes. Restarting up front. Field fanning out 3 wide behind them. We got some James I Cup, Plot 55, and Joe Swanson 3 wide action. They're bringing it up front, though. Here comes Joplin more to the inside.
Oh, chunk
Look at
fat in the
Yora.
way.
Yora ripped Ta. Yora absolutely ripped Ta.
That's
Straight
what I'm
to the
talking
lead.
about.
What
That's
a
tall right there.
That was T. And one more T for good measure.
Why do you hate editing Mike?
I remind. Oh,
Oh,
What do you see that I don't?
that was wild. Those 07 got a little hooked on corner exit. Brought her
you
down
should
to
get
the
hooked
apron.
on
Oh,
phonics.
Bernhardt.
Oh, speaking of hooked, Dale Bernhardt hooked up in the wall.
You see it? You see it?
Oh,
Broken
man, Dale was
compressor.
having a good run there, too. I was really rooting for him. Anyways,
We have Yora, we have Shaquille Oatmeal, we have Muscular Extrophy, who was involved in that practice crash as well. He's up here trying to take second, maybe going to go for the lead here. Let me get in ya, said let me get up in the top 5, as well as Weed Trimma. A lot of, honestly, a lot of faces we don't see up front a lot, as we're completing lap 14.
I will say
So
it is
making
nice.
our way.
It is nice seeing your being in front of the field. I just like saying honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's a fun word.
A little bit of a breakaway pack back here. A couple guys probably got in the wall and held everyone up, and now they're going to have to make back all that ground. Zach out back out here.
let's not
Tongue
have the
twisters.
alpaca this week.
Ah, you know, I hope Asiago didn't hear that.
Gouda's making her
Didn't
way
mean
up to the
anything.
field.
Sure is.
She's next.
No.
I mean, she's going to be the highest finishing Asiago in the field now, given the circumstances.
Well, let's try and keep her alive a little bit longer if possible. You know, it's her first start. It's only her first 15 laps of her career. Her father's here to witness it, claim life insurance. You know, let's see if she can just keep this thing straight.
3 wide for the lead, now second.
I'm just kind of surprised that the 16 is still able to stay out front here. Normally you would have seen somebody else make the pass. Maybe Lemmy will do it.
There we go.
Yeah, Lemmy's looking on the inside there. We got 3x3 behind him. Well, 3. I can't count.
No, they're going by 3. Oh, they're gonna go 4.
I almost went 5. My God, Joe
Yeah.
Swanson. Oh, Tyrese on the wall.
Joe
Tylenol
again
not
is in
working.
the.
Whoa.
Yeah, the Tylenol struggling to keep Tyrese focused here.
You know,
Just
maybe he's
really
trying to.
falling back.
Maybe he's trying to hit that wall to reset
Oh.
the headache. Oh,
Whoa.
and James
Eye
Icup in the wall. He's slow.
That's gonna hold Tyrese up as well. It's bringing this backpack back up into the situation here.
That's my cup.
It was your cup. You lost your privileges.
Oh, not clear, Chris.
Oh, there's our pole sitter in the middle of some shenanigans.
Sure is.
They're playing really nice, honestly. I'm kind of surprised about how good the racing's been so far.
Yeah, you know what? It's super on the edge as well. Oh, almost a squeeze off of the corner there, but I'm glad we didn't bring the trucks here, to be honest with you. It would have been a disaster.
Now, Mike, I know you mentioned last week that they were experimenting with
Oh,
different
trouble!
Oh,
Big
no, it's
accident,
involving
Shaquille
everybody.
O'Neal. You're up.
Oh.
Oh,
Domino effect.
Oh, they're piling in. Oh, Zach Outback, last week's winner's
Damn,
in it.
guys.
oh, don't jump the turtles.
Oh, wow. Steel Park having to get heavy on the brakes. That crash was very interesting. I'm going to be completely honest. It started like 6th place. Oh.
You gotta be kidding
Buster
me, right?
guts. Oh.
Tatuma.
Too much.
Oh.
Oh. Brad.
You
Oh.
fucking asshole, Brad.
God
Jeez.
damn it. Guys. What the fork? Well, the green flag one was do it again. Well, guys, we had a nice green flag run going, but it came to an end here as Joplin Moore and Muscular Zaxtrophy get together off turn 4, right about here. Go down the track into Lemmy, into Yora. 16 gets it righted, but Joplin unfortunately turns Shaquille Oatmeal into the 16 again, as these two just kind of slide around into Dale Bernhardt, Chunk, and multiple others as they come onto the screen. Pile in. Honestly,
ball in it
pretty
again.
soft collection. It's not too terrible, you know, just some guys making contact. But then here comes everybody else afterwards, as we saw just being confused, I guess. Buster Guts should know better. Seasoned veteran. And safety failure is right.
Well, it was an up and down week last week for the Colonel, missing some things and slamming into others, but he actually missed something here. Check this out. Into the wall they go, and just a... Oh, and then
Oh,
Joplin.
but wait, there's more.
Joplin. Good enough.
You know,
yeah.
listen.
It's a next gen,
Light
it's
taps. Light taps is light taps. Right on board with Chunk Charles Wagon here. Everything's unfolding up there, as you've seen previously. You know, pretty decent wreck avoidance until he gets clipped. Hammers the wall. Mario Zandretti gets into him, and then the collection catches up. And I mean, yeah, you'll have that. Car's looking okay given the circumstances. So
Can we have
see how he
someone go
does.
down and check that safer barrier, please?
Let's throw it on down to Kyle for pit stops.
some cars
Yes.
taking it.
I see Fearless Fred's coming on in, so as Jackie said, but that 31, I'm being told that he's throwing up in the car, all over the dashboard, over the seat. The mercury that they put in his water bottle must be backfiring. I hear they're going to give him a room temperature Gatorade. They're throwing it in the door right now. Came down pit road, might as well get tires. They're going to put 4 tires on this thing. They're going to pat 3 rounds of wedge in the car. And what? They're putting oxygen in the left rear tire. That's not going to work, guys, but there he goes.
Kyle, now you mentioned how he was throwing up. Was it on DVD or Blu-ray?
I think it went straight to VHS, Matt.
There's no way. There's no one has a VHS of that. Are you kidding?
Anthony, this is a series that operates exclusively on technology from the 90s. Let's not forget.
Oh, okay, show me the Betamax then.
I was gonna say, where's the Betamax?
Guys,
You're looking at him.
we have a caution.
Oh yeah, why's the light out? Why did that caution light not actually have a light on?
Yeah, wait, what the fuck?
It's
Oh, wait, yeah,
There you
sure.
go.
That's just an audible one. It goes caution, caution,
It just shoots a laser beam right into the driver's eyes so they know to slow down.
halt.
Welcome back to Homestead, everyone. We are on lap 23 of 54. Head back to a restart.
we're getting right through this race. We've seen some decent green flag runs, which is refreshing after some of the disasters we've been sat here and watched so far this season. Look at all the palm trees, looking real nice.
Can we just mention, guys, what a beautiful sunset we got going on here. The oh my.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Typical Florida weather.
Blimp.
Hey guys.
Oh wow.
So pretty.
Hey, what's up, Tristan?
Full moon tonight.
Everyone's alive though, Tristan.
Okay,
That's true.
Yeah, just like Eddie Vedder once said, "I'm still alive." Anyways, going to green here, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, we still got Yora, we still got Joplin. The Colonel has made his way up here. We got Weed Trimma, and we got Raymond Hans, who hasn't been up front all day so far. So they're green, and they're going. And here they go. You can see the little openings in the sky. The moon's trying to poke through. So,
Derek Poke.
yeah, we're just poking around. And here comes here comes Raymond Hahn poking around for the lead with a big push from the 55. Daniel Suez.
Joplin wide.
5 wide.
God.
Oh, and Yora's getting the worst of this one. Back to 6th. New leader though.
From the lead, gonna fall out of the top 10.
New leader Raymond Hans, and I don't know. I don't think that's gonna last very long. Look at our car go.
Dude, they're getting slicey and dicey up here.
Suez
Attempted
going to
murder.
lead.
Yeah, he's going to the lead. He's got attempted murder. Brody Easy Mac behind him. Here's Giuseppe Gabaguli.
Suez getting some pressure there from the 90 of Kobe Keith as well. I mean, this is great. I mean, you got 4 wide for the lead.
Raymond Hans.
So much for that.
Yep, they got into each other and they got into the wall.
Ripping the taw giveth, ripping the taw taketh away.
Good to work our way up to the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, this entire grouping up here is just some fresh faces. We Kobe Keith, last season's Trash Series champion, I mean, hasn't made a big splash so far and is splashing into the wall as I'm talking about him.
Hey, listen.
Well,
dove in the deep
he's still
end.
running good. He's still running good. He needs a good run this season. So as everybody else that's up there. I mean, Brody Easy Mac, Giuseppe Gabaguli, Cease and Desist, Yora, and of course newcomer Gudaguchi Asiago.
Not good for the headache.
Help the headache. And this won't either.
Look out.
Weed Trimma.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, Scubs.
Are we all
Guys,
right?
there was a lot. There was a lot that happened there, but I would love to say, I'm pleased to say that the 24 car did not get plowed into. I kept my eye on it. Everybody avoided the 24 car. You love to see it. Another crash has occurred, and yet here we are looking at a replay. Tyrese Halifax, Joplin Moore get together. Wyatt Wilkinson just kind of there. Cam Arrow says, fuck you, just bodies him up the track. Everybody manages to swerve and avoid the 24, but with that, they start wrecking each other as Weed Trimma plows into the pit wall at about 80 miles an hour. That'll hurt.
Oh,
Right there, Wyatt Wilkinson just gets tipped over.
1, 2. Oh, it's just 2. Okay.
goals.
Oh my God.
That was too close for comfort.
let's ride on board with the Trimma through this one and see what he could have been thinking. You know? Oh man, he's probably scared shitless after seeing that impact. He's like, I need to pit.
Oh,
but didn't get it done in time.
He kind of got bodied by Raymond Hans, and then I think he got confused, which, I mean, that's not anything new for old Weed Trimma.
Well, you saw, guys, pit road was closed there, and he took that very seriously. We got the LeBron board here with the 24 of Tyrese Halifax, and as you can see, he's getting loose and smack right back into the wall. Whatever injury he had earlier, it's been reset. He's injured again. I don't know how. I don't know how he didn't get hit again. Honestly, great avoidance / human shields behind Tyrese to avoid a worse situation that he's in. But I know that head of his going boing.
Coming on down the 4 Brooklyn backstretch here, super stretch. Kyle, you have something to say?
Guys, big legal updates here on pit road. I was walking past that 70s pit box when I heard a yell from the top of the pit box, and I looked up. Barbara Asiago, the mother of all 4 of the Asiagos, was screaming at us, talking about how terrible this series is and how bad we've treated their family. She said she was going to sue us, but unfortunately for her, two things. One, that 70 team lost all of its funding from Tim Hortons. Still has the logos on there because they can't actually peel them off. They're kind of glued on there pretty good. But they're not sponsoring that 70 with the loss of Bellagio. And they've also had to cover one funeral cost and one severe hospital bill. So they are completely out of money and can't afford a lawyer, guys.
Hell yeah. We love some drama here in TOECAR as they're taking the green. We have the 77, Giuseppe Galaguli, and cease and desist. Let him down.
I just want to say, we've been nothing but good to the Asiago family. Yeah, the last 2 weeks were kind of rough. Yeah, I get it. But we've done nothing but be supportive for their boys.
Honestly.
Yeah, we support the children. I mean, we let them race. Mad 'cause bad. Anyway, they're going 3 wide for third spot right now. The Colonel trying to make the inside work. I mean, as you guys have seen through the green flag runs, the lanes start to widen out. The grip levels rise. They work the tires in, and they're 3 wide, almost 4 wide for the lead off turn 2.
Cam
A lot of
Arrow.
guys, they're chomping at the bit. They know they've seen who's been running up front. They're like, damn, that could be me. And here, it's gonna be them. Oh, they're squeezing.
Wow.
We might be 5 wide here. Oh, trouble.
Oh, look out!
Oh, keep it straight.
Oh,
I
Dale.
think they're gonna be all right.
No, we got more.
Oh, no, we got
Nope,
more.
yellow.
Oh,
Oh,
they're
huge
looking
wreck.
big
Oh,
up here.
Leland
Holy
funny
shit.
man in it.
Yeah, that's not very funny. Look at Massive Chris making it through there. He might have got a piece earlier. I didn't see. Ah, yours in it.
They stopped.
Yeah.
David Gutterball.
That's trouble.
A lot of trouble, Anthony. Who's the
They're
leader?
racing back? Oh, they are racing
Yep,
back.
I guess they're racing back.
Cam Arrow gets it.
Yep, Camaro to the lead.
But at what cost?
Oh, God.
this
look
cost-
out.
They gotta slow down.
Here comes the cost.
Whoa, 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 guys. Whoa, slow down.
He's ripping Ta, and it's under caution. By the way, we have a caution. All right, well, let's take a look at what happened here to bring out the caution. As you see, Willie Studs getting the wall back there, but that's not what brought out the caution. It's looks like it started with Brody Easy Mac and Kobe Keith. You're a all go around. There's cease and desist also. Joe Swanson, and as we look from high above, more cars just getting in, nowhere to go. And there's Tyrese.
No
Halifax.
way. Tyrese again.
He just finds his way into this wreck. I think that was a whole separate incident, but regardless, he found a way to get turned around yet again today.
His brain is going to make Jackie blush, speaking of the devil. Taking a look here at Tyrese Halifax back in the wreck. I mean, just a lot of guys trying to avoid the mess. And what gets him? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Andrew got him. Luckily, he didn't hit that Safer Berry or S Berry at this point. I mean, just still a little bit of contact. I mean, his brain's got to be rattling like an irradiated metal at this point. Like, it's been a rough day for Tyrese Halifax. You hate being the main character of TOECAR if you're not the winner, because you end up with shit like this.
It's right on board with Willie Studs, who was involved in part of the accident, and then there was no caution, and then there was more accident, and we'll see it bang into the wall right there. That's what kind of gets everybody jostled back here, but you see they wreck up there ahead of this on their own, and Willie's just kind of driving through the smoke, thinks he's clear, track gets blocked, bang. Hits David Gutterball. Not too bad. Just a little scratch, you know. Shimmies his way around the spun 16 car of York, and oh, there's more crashing down there. Hell yeah. That was Tyrese.
Welcome back to Homestead, where, guys, I'm getting a report on pit road. That 24 team is absolutely furious. In several accidents today, he's hit the wall multiple times. I'm being told the team wants a formal protest because they wish they were at Talladega instead. Back up to you.
I don't think that would have helped with any head stuff because they go very fast there. But I think it's time to make some picks, guys. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of this race. So, what do you think, Mike?
I'm so impressed with this 57 car. Gucci Asiago. This is her first start in anything with wheels. I don't even know if she drives back at home just to go to the grocery store. But she's all the way up in third here. This is my pick for the race. That's fourth, actually.
Tristan?
Where is he? He's somewhere in this field, I bet. Zach Outback, he'll find a way to win again.
That's fair, Anthony.
I'm going to go with the leader, Cam Arrow. He's made some really good moves on the inside. I think that car is really strong. Matt?
Guys, I think it's Kurt and Kyle Busch. I think he's going to get his win of the season here today. He's right there in 6th, and they are going green. Look at that. We fit that all in there perfectly, packaged it right up, and they're going off into turn 1, screaming and hollering.
Well, we forgot to ask Kyle his pick, but we know it's going to be wrong anyway, so.
That's true.
On that note, guys, I'm going to be going with Massive Chris.
All right.
See, wrong.
Incorrect.
Yeah, see? We can always rely on Kyle to pick who's not going to win.
There we go.
It's
That's
not going to be
the moves we
Giuseppe.
Oh,
Yo.
In the wall.
4
Oh,
wide.
scattering in the back.
there.
Oh, are they spinning?
oh yeah.
Oh,
they're
they're wrecking again.
Damn.
Fearless
Oh!
Fred.
Oh,
Oh!
Scubs!
Guys, that was Buster Guts again.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that car's
finally,
fucked.
He
The
killed
reign
it
of
this
terror
time.
is over. Get him out of here.
Oh man, Scubs took a really hard hit there, guys. I hope he's okay.
Are they racing back?
Um,
They are.
Nope. Yeah, they were. Joplin Moore, I believe, first to the line. No? Yes. Scoring took a second to
2/100th
update.
of a second.
wow,
Wow.
Joplin Moore in the lead.
I can't even count to 100 seconds.
Let's see what happened to our fan favorite here, Scubs. He's in the wall starting all the way back in turn 3. You know, all those stripes on the wall, they got to come from somewhere, and this is one of them. Oh, Fred just goes down, cuts down his tire, gets into Shaquille, back up into him. And then the O2 is just going to be sideways in the racetrack, and you know what they say. What goes up has to come down from Buster Guts. Oh! Hard into the left front, but Scubs was able to keep it driving. I don't know how. That's a tough suspension and a tough driver.
He's
The
lucky he
drop in
didn't hit the
speed.
driver's side door. That was
Yeah.
close.
I mean, the drop in speed when the 70 made contact was immaculate. Thank God that motor's blown. Riding on board with Buster Guts here. Obviously out of the pack, kind of down on pace, but bang, just keeps that. He's like, I got to keep my momentum going, even though the caution's out. And he just slams right on into poor old Scubs there.
Yeah. Yeah, he kept the momentum up, so at least 50% more of the impact went through Scubs' entire skeleton. So, I mean, that's at least good for the 70 car that was already compromised with extreme damage from the first accident.
I mean, if Buster got any injury from that, I don't think he did, but if he did,
No.
his fault. Don't care. Double file once again here at Homestead. We have Joplin Moore and we have Cam Arrow leading the field. We have Colonel Caleb Rose, and that's Daniel Suez in the 55 car this week. Just a reminder if you forgot. And look at that, rounding out the top 5. It's none other than Fresh Phase, Gudaguchi, Asiago. Guys, I'm feeling really good about this run here,
Yep, only
as
got
they are green.
10 laps to go here. It's crunch time. All the moves we've been seeing all night long, now it's time to make them tenfold.
It's still her turn.
Gudaguchi's father, Parmesan, actually just texted me and said that the mustache insurance has been paid out for the earlier injuries to her brother, Asiago. So that's good news. They're collecting some of the money back that they need. She's
Look
looking
at
for the
her.
lead here.
Oh no!
God
Oh,
damn,
and they
what
saved
a
it.
hit.
What a hit!
David
got a
Gutterball
caution?
shoots to the inside.
No!
Wow.
Oh, my
and this,
God.
This
We got a
pack,
6-car breakaway now for the win.
yeah, as long as this stays green, I think it's gonna come down to just these 6 cars.
It's not going to stay green back there. We got trouble.
Stay green.
Oh, that was
Oh, they saved it.
It was an easy one, but the yellow's still out.
Dang.
Oh,
Is it?
and look who's leading.
Yeah.
Gucci, Asiago to the front, and we're back under caution.
Unbelievable.
All right, take a look at what brought out the most recent caution here. It looks like it starts with Joplin Moore and the Colonel. The Colonel already had a hard hit into the outside wall, mind you, and then it looks like Wyatt Wilkinson just turned the 0-1 or something like that. Pretty quick
Yes.
spin.
It's
And
an awesome pirouette.
well, I said that's all she wrote, but that's not true because apparently they wrecked again, coming back to the line.
Oh,
It starts
Daniel
out with
Suez.
Daniel Suez, and then the 2 car gets into the outside wall.
Oh.
Jeez,
God damn.
that was a hard hit for Chunk.
Kind of blindsided, too. Oh, God.
Oh,
Leland.
Leland.
Oh, look out!
Oh, Leland got him
Insult to
again.
injury. That's not funny, man.
God, here comes Scubs.
Mm.
Yo!
Oh,
He doesn't want to do unto others what was done unto him. You know what I mean?
he understood the golden rule.
You know what a guy Scubs is. Yeah, absolute lad. I gotta say, I love him.
Go ahead, say.
I just did.
Okay.
Got the chunk board here. And, racing back 2-car into the wall. And, that's the worst when you think you get through it. And then you get smacked. And how about another one for good measure from Leland Funnyman? 2 times. 3, 4. Across the line for the caution.
Not a lot of brake pedal usage tonight, guys.
Not really, but honestly, still a better performance than other races we've seen in the past.
They saved it all for Tyrese. They knew he had an ouchie head.
I think it's going to be Cam Arrow or David Gutterball.
Well, we didn't ask. You already made your pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I picked Cam Arrow, so that fart noise didn't come through, but just know it did.
And welcome back to Homestead.
Jinx, you guys owe me a soda.
Good, man.
I'm not giving you shit, Anthony. Not after what you just did in this booth. Unbelievable.
Oh, God.
Well, here we go, guys. We're going to have 4 laps to go on the restart. We have, of course, Gutaguchi Asiago on debut, leading the field down to green. Cam Arrow to the outside. David Gutterball in third. Honestly, after last week, you can't help but pull for David. We'll see how it plays out, though, as they come towards the start-finish line and take the green flag yet again.
77
pull
car
for
sleeping.
David. What about the 57? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
After
I mean,
everything
outside,
that family's gone through.
outside's been getting great restarts all night. Finally, the 57 on the inside gets a good restart, but here comes David Gutterball to the inside.
I don't know. I think she's in the preferred line for now.
For now, but it's a
Gotta be
laps
careful
go on.
ripping.
Oh!
Gotta be careful ripping that top though. You get too high and you're gonna hit that wall and just lose all momentum.
Teammates.
Look at this.
Look
Giuseppe
at this.
Gabaguli shoves David Gutterball to the lead. Preston DeWall almost got turned by Pris Call, who has made his way back up to the front after starting on the pole. Here comes Giuseppe, and here comes Preston DeWall. We're going to be 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Hold on.
Raven saved it.
They're all good. Giuseppe continues
Look at
to
Pris
lead.
Call to the bottom here.
Here he comes. He said, I started first. I want a goddamn finish there. No one does that in TOECAR.
Hey, he started first, went all the way to the back, and he's all the way back here, proving that he's one of the fastest cars.
It's been a while since we've seen him in victory lane. You know he's hungry.
Yeah, literally the first race we ever did. But let's not forget that Cam Arrow right now is the one going for the lead on Giuseppe Gabaguli. We're coming to the white flag this time.
Look at
Here
Gouda.
comes Gouda.
Oh my God.
Gouda to the bottom. Oh my
Gouda.
God.
She's got a shot at
Boys,
this.
here we go.
Cam Arrow leads it to the white flag lap. Giuseppe still fighting on the outside. David Gutterball in tow with Cam Arrow, trying to
Guys,
push him
she's
around.
got this, I
Says
think.
fuck it. Goes low with Gutaguchi Asiago.
No.
Take a look at David.
A
David
family that has
Gutterball's
been
gonna have
through
the inside
so
here.
much. So much
Now we're-
turmoil.
David
Oh my
Gutterball,
God.
Oh my
Both
goodness.
the Asiago family and David Gutterball. It's all going to
Please.
come down to this. Pris Call off turn 4,
Oh
trying to make
my
a move to
God.
the inside.
Please.
David Gutterball
Shit.
brings it to the
Break that
finish line
shit.
and finally wins a
He did it.
TOECAR race.
Beautiful.
Oh my
David
God.
fucking Gutterball.
I'm gonna cry.
Fucking awesome.
Guys, I'm down on pit road. People are screaming. People are crying. There is tears of joy everywhere. This entire sport rallied behind this. Everybody loves David Gutterball, and he's in victory lane tonight.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
to say it. I'm going to go bowling.
Oh,
Whoa, Gouda, no,
whoa,
that's not how you
whoa.
park. That's not how you do that. It's okay.
We're good.
You had a great
He's
finish.
learning.
Just bring it on home. Oh my God, you guys, there were so many storylines coming off of turn 4. There's so many people. It would have meant so much for any of those guys to win.
taking a victory lap
Unbelievable.
too. With his
Hell
friends
yeah,
in
he's
tow.
got friends. They're trying to chase him down. They know this means a lot.
Holy crap, guys.
I cannot get over seeing the 53 at the top of that pylon. How beautiful. And I don't mean it that way.
That is wonderful. This is gonna be a fan favorite win for a very long time.
God, you can tell he's freaking out in the car. He almost hit the pit wall bringing it on in here.
And with that win, I mean, that
Every
guarantees him in the playoffs, and he's back next season.
Yep. All he's got to
man.
do is hang out till the finale. He's already getting out of here. Look at that. Let's take another look at how that played out there for the last half a lap. Well, guys, a lot happened on that last lap. There's a lot to unpack here. Of course, Gutaguchi Asiago, big move to the inside. David says, you know what? I'll have some of that.
See, I
Goes
thought
ahead
she
to the
had
inside.
it right here. I thought it
Yeah.
was all set in stone here.
No push. Didn't get the run into the corner that David. Look at David Gutterball. I mean, look at Pris Call following in his tracks all the way down to the inside. gonna end up with a 4th place finish for Priss, but I mean, after the crazy day that he had, a top 5 is something after starting on pole. Of course, David Gutterball, an absolute Cinderella story, but we also have to give the flowers to Gucci Asiago. Absolutely stellar run for this young lady in the Cheez-It Mobile. Just, it's got to be a feel-good. This wasn't a feel-good part, and that was kind of stupid. But, I mean, first race, you'll have that.
And you mentioned it. Nothing but good feelings all around. I mean, and we said it multiple times, after everything that family's gone through this season, it is a very, very feel-good story. And hopefully Mom's not too mad now. Hopefully Mom has simmered down a little bit and realized that, nothing to be too upset about.
Tristan, I just saw her throw her purse at a child in the pits.
Why did she do that?
She's got to point her anger somewhere.
Well,
I mean,
Shaquille's being airlifted out of the track again.
Oh. He's just going home this time, guys.
Once again, I just cannot say it enough. Absolute congratulations to David Gutterball and the entire 53 team. It's been a long time coming. And after last week, I mean, damn. It was like, was it ever going to happen? Well, you only had to wait 1 week. David Gutterball in victory lane finally. Of course, other storylines that we've touched on, Gucci Asiago P2. Cam Arrow snuck out a P3 after a pretty solid run through the day. Priss call 4th. Joe Swanson and the Simon system get a nice top 5 here today after being involved in some things. Brody Easy Mac, Attempted Murderer, gets a nice P6. Dale Bernhardt with a top 10. That's really awesome. Jackie Said, who we didn't talk about her much today, guys, and I think that's a great thing for her. Brings home P8. Muscular Zaxtrophy and Giuseppe Gabaguli round out your top 10.
And here we have our group of safer scrapers. All these guys at least tore down the wall at least one time tonight. You saw Shaquille Oatmeal getting airlifted out of here. I think he's just getting a ride home, so don't be alarmed. But not the night that these guys were hoping for. But you know what? Still top 20s. Can't complain about that.
You look a little further down on the list. Just some of the drivers that didn't have the greatest of days. We saw Andrew was all torn up at one point. Tyrese Halifax with that headache turned migraine. He just had a rough weekend overall. Daniel Suez, obviously his one and only start this season, not getting the results he wanted.
And you see here rounding out the field, it's a lot of people who were just either involved in like really early bad accidents or late incidents, such as Chunk Charles Wagon. I mean, Brad Oman's dipshit ass just running into cars for no reason. I just want to say, Scubs looked like he was going to have a good day. The Colonel was looking like he was going to have a great day. But unfortunately, 34th place, and then obviously down the pack, poor Fearless Fred. Asiago, obviously thinking about him and his mustache. And Wee Trimma, dead ass last. Listen, you hit the barrels like that sometimes, it's gonna bounce back and get you. Giggity.
Well, you saw where they started, and you damn well saw where they finished if you're still here right now. Pretty damn entertaining race here at Homestead Miami Speedway, I have to say. Very whelmed with the amount of green flag runs and the severity of some of the crashes. We need to stay entertained up here too. I'm pretty stoked on what we just saw, Mike.
I'm so excited for what we saw tonight. It's very promising for the rest of the season. Next week we're going to Pixcrete and the Gauntlet again. 2 very dangerous tracks, 2 very, very difficult tracks. But you know what? I think after this week, a lot of these guys got a lot more confidence heading into next week, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with everything that has been said so far. This has probably been the most entertaining race on the Splint Cup circuit so far this season. I mean, yeah, we saw some wrecks. Nothing quite like what we saw the last few weeks, aside from another Asiago going into the catch fence. But thankfully, at least we saw him moving around under his own power. So nothing to be too scared of about that. But nonetheless, I just want to say congratulations to David Gutterball. It's a phenomenal story. Seeing the growth of this individual after a horrible first couple seasons, finally getting the job done today. And I can't think of another more deserving driver than David Gutterball to finally get their win.
His head grew 3 sizes today.
You're not wrong, Tristan. This is an absolute fan favorite of a winner. You know, guys, I just have to say real quick, I want to give an update because I know some people were curious about the situation with my appendix. The last few laps, it feels like something has been grabbing my spine and playing it like the clarinet, so I do need to go to the hospital. I'm calling for Shaquille Oatmeal's helicopter to come get me. I will see you guys next week, though. Thank you, TOECAR.
All right. What about you, Kyle? You got
Guys,
anything
there
to
is-
report on?
I certainly do, Tristan. There's something absolutely insane going on in the pits right now. The boys just stormed that 70 car in the garage area, and they are jumping, Buster Guts, punches being thrown, kicks being thrown. This is an absolute mess down here. Oh, and here comes Cole Powers. Cole Powers trying to break it up, trying to hold the boys back. Oh my God, they just hit Cole Powers.
Oh my
Get
god.
my boy Cole out of there.
They're all
Someone get
fighting.
him.
There's an absolute brawl in the 70 pit. Of course,
no.
Scubs himself still in the infield care center. We're gonna have to check up on him. But everybody else involved in that skirmish, all in a fight down here in the pits.
Pans
Doesn't even know
of
how to
Monium.
fight. Cole, get out of there. You don't even know how to throw a punch. Ugh. All right. Thanks, Kyle.
Absolute pans of Monium down on the pit road, it sounds like, but we still have to wrap up and get on out of here because we got stuff and we got to get to new places. We got races next week. Things are rhyming. Please page Dr. Seuss. But for everybody up here in the TOECAR booth, as well as Kyle down on pit road, we'd like to thank you for joining our program. We had a blast here at Homestead Miami Speedway. David Gutterball, finally a winner. And we can all smile about that. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next week at a place for the in-season tournament. You know, you gotta wonder if Asiago's even gonna be able to learn sign language.
Do you think Bellagio can understand it?
I think he could understand it better than Asiago could learn it.
They're putting
It's-
Bosley on his upper lip in the infield care center.
Oh, man.
In-season tournament?
Yeah, what's that about?